Welcome, Prowl Nation. Welcome to Lunchtime Detroit Lions Talk, brought to you by the Belly Up Sports Network and the Detroit Lions on the Prowl. Today, the 53 is set for now. But before we get into all the stuff we're going to get into, and it's a lot, let me kick it over to my main man, the man of steel himself, Curt Steele.
What up, though? Welcome to the show, people. You know who we are. We are Detroit Lions on the Prowl. You're home for Detroit Lions news and rumors. And as always, hey, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. The march to 10,000 is on, and be a part of the movement. But let's kick to the third man of the crew this morning, my man, LL Cool Tawrence.
Good Wednesday morning, everybody. What's up, Proud Nation?
Let's get this thing started
right now.
Let go.
Detroit Lions talk, baby.
We're going to get up, and on the way up, we're going to bite a kneecap off.
Yes, sir. We in the deep.
Welcome back to the show, my people. I'm going to start it off by kicking it to my main man, Curt.
All right, the 53 is set. The Lions had a bunch of personnel moves yesterday. Let's hop right into it. The players that were released, that they are outright free agents. Another team can sign them right now. You have Geronimo Allison, who sat out the 2020 season after coming over from Green Bay. You have Randy Bullock, you know what I'm saying, the leg extraordinaire, I don't know, but he's out. Corn Elder is out, you know what I'm saying. Hey, good luck to my man Cornelius. Another guy who was out is kicker Zane Gonzalez. That means the Lions have absolutely no kicker on the roster. And then you have cornerback Nickel Roby Coleman. He's gone too. Wow. That means we got a young secondary wave. Now these guys have to clear waivers before they are signed by another team as a free agent, or they just go free. These guys are, you know, they're only a couple years in the league, so they have to clear waivers first before they can be either re-signed by Detroit or another team as a free agent. We have Devontae Beck, the linebacker. We have Rashad Berry, who's another linebacker. Jalen Elliott, the safety. We have defensive tackle Bruce Hector. You know what I'm saying? Guard Tommy Kramer. You know, tight end Alize Mack. Hey,
yeah, they want to get all the alcohol out of the building.
Yeah, out of the building. Wide receiver Javon McKinley. Running back Dedrick Mills is definitely on the shelf right now. He's out of the building. You have tackle Darren Paulo. Running back Craig Reynolds. Netflix is on the waiver roster. Look for him.
I think he'll be on the practice squad.
I think if he clears waivers, he'll be on the practice squad as well. You have Say Surratt. You know, we talked about it yesterday. It was Survive Tuesday yesterday.
It was Survive Tuesday.
Survive, you know what I'm saying?
I got something.
Had to say goodbye. What's up,
try
man?
to do that. I got a short song here. So bye, Mr. Jelani Tavai.
yeah, he had to go, man. And then I know this hurt Jim's heart. You know what I'm saying? Brock Wright got waived yesterday. He's another one of those candidates for the practice squad and placed on the reserve suspended list. We already know he's going to miss some time. Jashawn Cornell, you know, the defensive end out of Ohio State. Those were the roster moves yesterday. All right, Jim, what's your take on what the Lions did with the roster yesterday?
Man. You know, they only carried 2 tight ends, which is weird for me. I thought they would carry more, since I thought this was going to be a little more run-heavy offense. But I think you're going to get Brock Wright back. I think you're going to get Alize Mack back, however you pronounce it. I think they'll get both of those guys back. So, you know, on the practice squad, so they can just, you know, the no kicker thing, I got a thing on that later, so I'll reserve my comments for later.
Yeah.
But I was a little surprised by Greg Reynolds being but I already knew Jamar Jefferson had the RB3. We discussed that on the show. There's not really big surprises here to me. You know, I think that was I think it was right. I like the cuts. You had to do it. It's unfortunate, but you have to go down to 53. We accomplished that without getting rid of a whole lot of real talent, I think. You know, I like Dedrick Mills and I do like Reynolds, and I think that was a place that was a difficult cut for me.
Yeah.
But I was a little surprised by Corn Elder. That surprised me because he actually made a good play, and and all this, and he looked like he was going to compete, and then it's like, nope, bye.
I just made me think it was the long term for him, his long term, what happened in camp. LL, what you got, man?
Well, I want to ask about the no kicker thing, but I'll wait for Jim to get into that. Yeah, we didn't lose too many people that I thought were going to either make the team or make a difference. So
yeah, congratulations to all those individuals that made the initial 53 man
congrats
roster.
congrats to everybody that did make it.
Don't count yourself in too long,
No,
because
the
Lions are going to be active. They already said they're going to be active on the waiver wire for players. You look at these moves. Some of the guys that they kept on the roster, I believe they tucked those guys away for the practice squad. So some of the guys are going to revert to the practice squad once those waivers have been claimed here in the next couple of hours. So, practice squad will be, I think is tonight, there will be, then the practice squad will be in place by this afternoon. So, good luck to those guys, having a steady job and, being in the league, if it's not on the 53, they're still in the league. So what do you have? What do you have, my man? Oh, excuse me. Like the channel, what I'm saying? If you like this content, like the channel, like the video, subscribe to the channel, be a part of Proud Nation. The March to 10,000 is on, people. You know what it is. Be a part of the movement and share the video. Get more Lions fans on this content. Share it with your peoples. Jim, what do you have for your family discussion today?
I wanted to know what if anything surprised you about the cuts? Did the kicker thing surprise you? Did cutting Craig Reynolds surprise you, or maybe Corn Elders? Tavai is no surprise to anyone, but the fact we only kept 2 tight ends. I mean, how do you look at this? I want you to put your comments in the comments below, and we'll choose 6 of those comments for our comment cards tomorrow, so you can look forward to that. Now I'm going to discuss the kicker thing, because it makes perfect sense. And we didn't waive these guys. We let them go. Well, number one, I'm going to make a joke here first. It's just Dan Campbell, and we're going to march down the field, and we're not kicking any field goals, and we're going to get a touchdown every time, or punt. We're going for it on every 4th down. No, that's not what's going to happen. They're going to look at the waiver wire, pick up another kicker. They weren't satisfied with either kicker. Neither were we. They made the right decision here. This is not unprecedented. New England did this before, and they got they brought one of those kickers back, and then released another person. This is a fluid situation, guys. We're not going to go into the year with no kickers. I can guarantee you that. But Definitely. It may not be the people you've seen. So, and thank God for that.
It's 11 days before the season starts. We're going to have a kicker on the roster before the first game of the season.
I hear all these people saying, oh, what are we going to do? We're going for it all the time? Or
I mean, you got to look at, there's been a ton of roster moves around the league that has been made, similar, like we said, New England. Now, here's my thing. New England has 1 quarterback on the roster right now, Mac Jones. Is it an uproar because they only have 1 quarterback on their roster? No, it's just Bill Belichick. Well, it's Dan Campbell. Well, Dan Campbell said they don't have any kickers, so what are you going to go for 2 every time? Come on, man. Close that down. Stop it.
Those brakes need to be pumped a lot.
I mean, for real.
Come on, man. It's like one of those things is when I saw people talking about that, it's one of them things like, you really don't know. Like, why are you even talking about this?
You don't know.
Them the same people that's saying whatever negative thing now.
Yep.
And
that's why we appreciate you coming here, man, and getting those news and updates and what we think is going to happen. A lot of times it does, not always, but a lot of times.
I mean, it didn't make sense. Neither one of those guys that were on that roster were tearing it up in the preseason in camp. They weren't blowing they weren't out there kicking 60-yard field goals.
Right. Well, if you're at the 30-yard line, you better think about going for it on 4.
These guys have a problem doing chip shots. So, you get them past a 45-yard field goal and it's a struggle. So we need someone that's more accurate with a better leg to be on this roster, and we'll go out and find them.
Hey, watch. It'll be some young kid too.
Yep.
You watch.
Yeah, it shouldn't be much surprise if you smoking Jeremy to be on with us Friday. He kept giving us the kicker updates, and both times, or most times, he wasn't. Neither one of them was really doing that great. So
not at all.
Let's get somebody better.
Get somebody better.
Definitely.
All right. If you like the content here and you enjoy what we do, support the channel by subscribing if you haven't already, and hit that like button. Share the video with other people so that more people can get this content. And we really appreciate you guys. All right. So next we're going to Curt's news and rumor topic.
Okay.
What do you got for me, Curt?
All right. In the trade of the millennium, as most people are trying to say it, this blockbuster deal that the Lions made yesterday, they got a guy, Trinity Benson, from the Denver Broncos. Now, this young fella was killing it this preseason. The guy, he's a young fella. He's only 24 years old. He's from a small college in Oklahoma, East Central College, Division II school, runs a 4.440. Guy is blazing fast. Had a hell of a, really a hell of a, preseason. Now, he had 8 receptions for 80 yards and 2 touchdowns in the preseason. Absolutely no drops, which is a far cry from Rashard Perryman, who dropped everything. I mean, guy couldn't catch a cold butt naked in the snowstorm. I mean, for real. So, he's a young fella. Now, he was one of those guys. He was one of the most touted players that was kind of out there. He shined out there in Denver. The problem for him was it was crowded. That wide receiver room out there is crowded in Denver. They have a ton of pass catchers out there.
They do.
Now, what we did give up for him, we gave up a 5th and a 7th. We got him back, and then a 6th round 2023 draft pick, which was his next season. So we look at what we got for him. The thing for me is that he feels a need that we had right now. He reminds me of a little bit like a Brandon Cooks, maybe that Robert Woods. Not a big guy, but he's blazing fast and can catch balls. He gives us what we need. What we have a guy that can take the top off a defense that can go with Tyrell Williams, right? So we have 2 guys that can get down the field to go with the guys that are running underneath, which is Quintez Cephas and St. Brown. So he fits that bill. Did we overpay for him? We took a flyer on the guy. Some people are going to say, well, we overpaid for him because we gave up a 5th and a 7th, got back a 6, but the 6 is not till next year. Going to have a ton of picks next year. I don't think it's a far reach. I just think that we filled an immediate need right now. Brad Holmes is going to work his magic. He'll get a ton of picks back next year. I'm still cool with what he's doing. Some people saying, oh, same old Lions. It's, you got to look at that may be the pick that we give up for the Michael Brockers trade, because we don't well, it's the 2023 pick, so you just giving back the pick that we got to give up for Michael Brockers. So
I thought that was a 2027 pick.
Nah, 2027.
Yeah.
Nah,
I think it is. Look it up.
It's 2023. So
that's what I heard.
So basically, you're just giving back. The pick that you gave for Michael Brockers. Well, that's just what I'm.
Well, my take is they don't like 5th round picks. They really don't. They
don't.
Because we didn't have one last year. My initial reaction to this is I didn't like the trade at all. I think we overpaid for a guy that's been on the practice squad for 2 years. I think that there's people out there in the league that we could have got that is a similar skill set. But that being said, having thought about it for a minute, Brad Holmes has been researching talent for a very long time. Maybe he had this guy on his radar and he said, you know what, he may not fall to us. We were 7th on the waiver wire. And I thought we could have wait for him to get waived. There's only 6 teams ahead of us. I didn't think it was going to be a big deal getting them, but apparently Brad Holmes said, you know what, if I was going to select somebody with that 5th pick as a wide receiver, I probably would have took this guy. You know what I mean? This similar guy. But what does he do for us? He's also a return man. He can also return kicks. That leads me to believe Khalif Raymond may be on the outs here in Detroit.
Think so?
Yeah, I mean, he's the same receiver. Pretty much.
I don't know if that puts
him. He's got blazing speed. He's a kick returner. He takes the top off the defense. He does the same things as this guy does. So I don't know. I don't know about that. Maybe that. Yeah, I think. Well, that's what I think. So
that's what you think? Okay, I get what you're saying.
They're pretty similar players, actually. But Khalif Raymond's a little shorter. That's
he's
really the only difference.
A touch.
I No, I got a question. So the fact that we I didn't even think about this until you had said that. Maybe they didn't think that he would fall to them in the waiver wire.
Right.
Do you think that maybe that's why we gave up what we gave up for him? Like maybe other
I think
people
Brad
were trying
Holmes. I think
maybe
Brad
somebody
Holmes had
else.
him on his radar for a while because
I
he
think
was
I just
he was
hope
a
that- I just
stud
hope
in
that
college,
we
but he was
more so,
playing
like-
against lower competition.
I hope that we had a more so like had to give that up to get him. Then it's just like, oh well, we want him, so I'm gonna just give you this. It's like they like, all right, cool. We about to throw him out anyway, but you know.
But we had 11 picks.
It just means at least it was because I don't know much about him, but that would at least help me to It's like, okay, well maybe exactly what you just said. It's more people want him. He'll probably be a factor here. Like we're not just trading this guy to end up getting cutting him in a couple weeks anyway.
No, I mean the guy has great hands. I mean, guy has a great, for his size, he has a decent catch radius, and he definitely takes the top off the defense. I think
he can catch, which is better than
better than Perryman. I just think that you look at it, and I think he was one of those guys that was going to be highly touted coming out of the waiver wire, and we may not been able to get him because guys were looking at moving up to get him or trading for him. So you look at he was a star out there in Denver, and to catch the balls that he caught out there between just Teddy Bridgewater and Drew Lock, I mean, he didn't have like he had a great bunch of quarterbacks throwing him the passes. So,
very much there. You're right, Kurt.
I mean, there you go. I mean,
but
like
that's
this
the only. But the only thing.
Ahead.
Oh yeah, there's one more thing about him too, though. With he is the replacement for Rashad Perryman. He is probably going to be our number 2, number 3 receiver because I think Quintez Cephas is up there too. I really do.
Right.
Yeah.
And then we got Amon-Ra St. Brown as well.
That gives us some depth that we need. If you look at what Jared Goff's wheelhouse is, you want to spread them out. You got a bunch of guys with speed out there. And this is another thing where and he's a young guy. He's only 24 years old. So this is another
no, he's an old man on our team.
This is another thing for what I've said all along. What they're doing this season, they're getting what they want until they can get who they want.
Kurt, you're so
good way to put that.
Yeah. Hey, if you like this content, hey, you know what you got to do. Be a part of the Prowl Nation. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button, baby, and ring the notification bell so you know when your friends getting content from us right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl. And share the video with your friends. You know what I'm saying? For some more Lions fans just like yourself can get this content. My man, LL Cool Tawrence. What you got for your news and rumors topic today, my man?
All right, my news and rumors topic today is coming from USA Today and the Lions Wire section of that publication. But the headline says Lions quarterback Jared Goff ignoring outside noises, setting high expectations. I also want to read just a little bit from just a little bit of the article. They start out with a quote from Goff that says, "It's a new regime, new staff. They weren't very good last year." Goff reports it's a whole new thing, and I understand it. But just like every other team in the league, their expectations. I don't know what the stat is, but every year there's a new team in the playoffs. Every year there's a teams that weren't in the playoffs last year that weren't. Why not us? Why can't we be the one that wasn't in last year that's in this year? Again, it starts 1 week at a time, but internally our expectations are as high as everyone else's. I like to hear that. I mean, I guess it's just starting out. Of course, he got to say that because you can't say I expect to go 0-16. But no, I like that. It shares just, I guess, my thoughts on it, my energy on it. It's new. Like, why not us? Like everybody else can do it. Why not us? We've seen, and I hate to keep bringing them up, like almost like I'm picking on them. I don't know if I can say that on this program, but F-word Ohio.
Yeah,
but
you can.
The Browns, fuck Ohio, but the Browns, like we got to see them go they won 1 game in 2 seasons. And look at them now. I don't really have that high expectations for the Browns, but everybody else sure does. But it had to start somewhere with that team is all I'm getting at. It had to, for them to make, and it's been a much quicker turnaround than we've had since our, Owen whatever season 16. To get a playoff win, But yeah, no, so I like it. I like that from Goff. And whenever I hear people say stuff like that, I just, at least in my mind, because I know when I say stuff like that, I'm going out there, to try to prove it. If I'm saying I'm gonna beat you today, I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna beat you today. I'm gonna try everything to beat you today. So I'm hoping that this is his way of saying I'm getting us to the playoffs, where the problem won't be me. I'm gonna do whatever I can do to get us to match those expectations that us here had.
Yeah, definitely. You look at that. He's being a leader. He's showing leadership. He's showing confidence in his team. That's what he's supposed to do as the leader of the team.
Right.
He's trying to make himself, you look at it, he's making himself the face of the Lions. He's getting himself out there as a leader, as a quarterback, saying, hey, why not us? You know what I'm saying? And we're just as talented as anybody else. I don't think so. But, he has that. He has to put that expectation out there. And he just has to go out there and be a good vocal leader for his team and say, hey, we're here and we're not going to disappear. You're going to have a tough time coming to play us, Detroit Lions. Either we're coming to your house, and definitely if you come into Ford Field, like Dan Campbell said, you're going to get them kneecaps. Saying you come into Ford Field, it's going to be a tough sledding for you guys if you play us.
Jared Goff is a low key leader. I don't think he's like the rah guy. We haven't had that here anyway. With Stafford was never that way anyway. Except maybe in the locker room or in the huddle or something like that. I'm very curious to see in game one how he handles the offense and how he, gets his troops ready to go and gets in the huddle and hey, we got to do this, you know what I'm saying? Corrects people when they have a mistake or whatever. I want to see leadership out of Jared Goff this year. And I think we've already started to see that because he's saying, no, man, you guys need to pump the brakes. We're going to be better than what you think this year. You just watch us, and I love that confidence because he has a subtle confidence. It's not like it's over the top arrogance. He just has that subtle confidence. And I really like that.
Definitely. I feel you on that one. Hey, if you like the content, you know what you guys do. Share it, baby. Like it and subscribe to the channel. Be a part of Prowl Nation. Join the movement to 10,000. It is time to talk about what you had to say about yesterday's show. It is time for the comment cards. My man, Jim, is up first. What you got?
Brett Collette says, I've been a Lions fan since 1968. Man, we have a lot of elder people here. We appreciate each and every one of you. I can't remember ever seeing this type of build. I can't either. And I've been since the 70s. So yeah, a lot of positives in the way MCDC is doing it, but I want to credit the whole staff. I want to credit Sheila Ford Hamp and Chris Spielman and, people in the Brad Holmes. And it's a collective effort. I mean, we really do give Dan Campbell a lot of credit and it's deserved, but we really need to recognize this is a group effort and there's a lot of people involved.
Justin Thomas says, honestly, I've seen the forward cut happening. I noticed he had a problem tackling and actually getting his opponent down on the ground. We have, in all caps, we have got to make sure our guys can tackle. Then on the way up, bite that kneecap.
Yes,
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
You know what? I saw the forward thing happening when he got moved to the outside at the end of camp.
Yep.
You just don't move a guy out to change his position that close to the cut downs.
Yeah, I think that could be too.
I wish everybody could know how much I want at least one of our players to bite somebody's knee, or at least after in the NFL, the NFL top 100, it's like if they're talking about Ragnar or somebody, they'll have somebody from the Vikings, I'll play it against Weir, tough, blah, blah, blah. I want it to be in one of those things. It's like, man, that dude bit my knee. I want at least one.
That's awesome.
One of those.
I feel you.
I love it, LL.
Yeah. All right.
Funny.
Jerry Benson says, it's funny. You are comparing Sewell's struggle with the rookie wide receiver Jamar Chase struggles. Chase's biggest knock to draft him is because he sat out last season. That is why Lions fans can call the Mike Williams syndrome. College players who take a year off before they get drafted into the pros never do well. What's going to be a lot of that this year because there's a lot of players that sat out.
Sewell sat out last year too, so I don't understand his point.
Yeah, Rashawn Slater sat out last. There's a lot of players that were drafted in that top.
And we may be, Jerry,
round.
we may be mistaking what you're saying. So
yeah.
If we do, please just comment today and let us know. It's
just going to be some of those guys just going to struggle. Or some guys are, just going to just get back into playing rhythm. So I'm taking it with a grain of salt. I mean, that's just me. But, thanks for the comment, Jerry. I understand what you're saying, but Mike Williams is a wide receiver. Penei Sewell is a lineman. who's took a year off and switches positions from left to right. So the learning curve is going to be there.
And Mike Williams didn't have a problem catching the ball. He was just bigger than what they thought he was going to come, be slower.
he was swole.
So, but the Single Dash Club says, I said they're trimming the fat on Mark Orm's channel the other day. Mark Orm said Mark Orm said it as a headline. Now I hear Jim saying it. I'm so honored.
You know what? Shout out to Mark Orm. Orm's Forum. If you have never checked him out, you need to. He's really, really good. And he keeps it real, keeps it 100%. So check out Mark Orm's channel. But yeah,
shout out to Mark Orm.
Yeah, Orm's my man.
All right. Peter Darga says, for me, we really need to wait and see what we get on the field this season. We barely saw any of our starters in the preseason, so we have no idea what the product will be like. Looking forward to it. And guess what? The 40 Winers may not know exactly what's coming at them either. So I like that strategy. And I'm just wait and see too. But I'm expecting some decent things. I'm expecting a growing season, for our team to grow together and to learn together and to get better together. I think that all those things are going to happen this year.
Definitely. All right. So last one, we got the law firm, Joseph Murdoch and Associates. You know what I'm saying? You know how it gets down. The resident law firm right here, Detroit Lions of the Prowl. Big salute to fans since 55. I saw my first game at Tiger Stadium in 69, wow. Thanksgiving game. Woo, boy. Hey, you know what I'm saying? That's when he started the law firm. I have all the faith in this staff, and it's time for the Lions to get some recognition, and they will be considered contenders. Go Lions. Hey, man, I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? 69. I wasn't even on this earth yet, brother. You know what I'm saying?
That's the year I was born, man. I'm like, dang, dude.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I said we got a lot of people that have been Lions fans for a very long time, and we appreciate every single one of you.
Now, it's got me trying to remember, because I remember I went to my first Lions game. It was a Thanksgiving game. I don't remember what year, though. I remember they played the Vikings, but now I'm trying to remember, so I could tell people in 50 years, I could be on whatever it is at that time. I've been a Lions fan since XYZ, and I went to the Thanksgiving game against the Vikings.
Yeah. Yep. My Lions journey started with Kung Fu Billy. You know what I'm saying? When he kicked that dude in the chest on Monday Night Football, it was a wrap. I was done. And then it just escalated when Barry Sanders came into the fold. So that's the start of my
Kung Fu Billy.
My journey.
That was my journey
Sanders,
too.
Man.
My journey was starting with Monty Clark and as head coach, and just continued on. We had some pretty good defenses back then, but you know what? We have my favorite part of the show. It's the dessert with my man Curt.
Hey, Dessert with your man Curt is brought to you by Delightful Bite Cookies, custom cookies for any occasion. Also, dip desserts, cakes, and anything you want. Hey, if you like how they look, you'll love how they taste. Delightful Bites. Get your cookie on. Now, Dessert with your man Curt has to do with another, just a reason why we have a rock star on our staff. Aubrey Pleasant is charged with taking a very young secondary and making them to one of the best in the league. He did the same thing out in LA. You look at it, you have a young secondary. All of those guys are young. The oldest guy is Amani Arroyo. He's the oldest guy in our secondary. We have a bunch of, a couple of draft picks and some undrafted free agents in our secondary, but it shows you the faith that the Detroit Lions staff have in Aubrey Pleasant, because he's going to be the guy who teaches these guys how to play the game the right way and to improve that secondary. I know that the unknown receivers out there in San Francisco, because I can't name one on the roster right now, we're here licking their chops because we have a young secondary. Aubrey Pleasant is going to have those guys ready to play on week one. So don't count your blessings before they come, the San Francisco defense. But Aubrey Pleasant is a rock star, and the Lions are putting their faith in him. And he's a Flintstone baby, so I got faith in my dude anyway. And that's your dessert with your man Curt, brought to you by Delightful Bites.
I have a different final thought. One of my final thoughts today, and it's a kid I met yesterday, been in a severe accident, and was not expected to live. His name is Brendan Nichols, and we talked yesterday, and he has his own YouTube channel. So if you look him up, please sub and everything, because this guy has went through so much, and he's still out there trying to make his own way, and doing copywriting and doing fitness stuff. And I mean, just an amazing guy. And so Brendan Nichols, shout out to you. Second thought for today, we have our gold members meeting today, and it's at 3:00. If you are not a gold member yet, just click the join now button, get all the information, and get set up for that gold members meeting. I will put that in the community chat, and those of you that usually join us, I will try to get you a message either on email or like Twitter or Facebook. So we'll get those out to you today. But really appreciate each and every one of you, especially my co-hosts today, Curt Steele. Thank you so much for all you do and everything you do for me. I appreciate it. And LL Cool Tawrence, I really appreciate you too for getting up so early and rocking with us and stuff like that. It's been a lot of fun
for having me on.
Yeah.
So that's my final thoughts for today.
What you got, LL?
My final thoughts. Again, I was trying to look up the number. I know I posted on my Twitter, but I can't get to it right now. But please, if you guys are just keep your eyes open for resources down there in the Gulf. Louisiana, Mississippi, Texas. It's Louisiana was the heaviest hit, but it's a lot of places down there, that need help and that are actually are getting help. I think they call it the Cajun Marines are helping everybody that they possibly can in their area. Mm-hmm. But as soon as I can, I try to make sure that I'll make sure to have the information available, just to give it, because there's a lot of use this number instead of that numbers out there. And I apologize for not having it ready today.
All right, hey, what I'm saying, like you said, our thoughts and prayers goes out to the Gulf Coast. They're doing down there in New Orleans and just that Gulf Coast, Mississippi. So, our thoughts and prayers are with those people, especially the displaced and without power. So prayers to those individuals, and hopefully, you can get help and get resources down there. Absolutely. To those individuals that need that help. And one of the things that kind of like you look at what's going on in the league right now, some of the things that did not surprise me about cuts yesterday, one player that was a big name player that was cut yesterday was Cam Newton. And I think one of the factors, if you look at the major media yesterday, was the fact that he's unvaccinated. And a lot of players that are getting cut right now are in that same boat. They're not playing with this. Teams are playing with that vaccination stuff because they say you're not going to cost us money. You're not going to cost us a loss, a game because you didn't get your shot. So I'm telling you this thing, I'm not telling you to do whatever, but I'm just saying, keep your eye out because I'm telling you it's going to be a bigger issue than what people think because of this Delta variant. So, hey, just kind of keep your eyes on that. So let's walk over to the Wall of Fame, baby, and go ahead and check out who is on that wall today. Definitely have our bronze members. We have Detroit Drew, who's a DSA member. What up, Drew?
And a great
Midwest
guy,
Lion, the Latino Leo, Brian Stover, Bo Gagrius, Justin, my favorite Cerveza 10K. You have Sage Surratt. Robert Sage Surratt is no longer on the roster. That dude got waived yesterday. Maybe on a practice squad. Sage, Sub-Z, Trap City Boys Entertainment. You have Mr. Scotty the Bear. You have Crystal Wiley, like Bubba Bo, John Kaplan. That's a wild name. Art Allen, David Anderson, and Jimbo G. What up, though, Mr.
Jimbo
Flintstone? Jimbo. You have our 7 members. We have No Miss J, Jason Portis, Cap Ice Cold. The bat signal is up because Batman of the 313 is in the building. John Martin, the tornado, the F5 is blowing through. And we got Lions. All right, for our gold members, we have Michael Huck. Hey, that dude always doing some good things over in our gold members meeting. Just in the D, Larry McQuinston, Turner C. Burley. Prayers are still going out to him. I feel you. I know you hurt, my brother. Keep your head up. Dominic Davis, Bob Korowski, Pride 74, our resident runner. Ferg 509, Matthew Ferguson.
Right. That's right.
Is Randall Flag 606, Miles Gibbs, Randy Prince, the Gridiron Blitz, and the big fella Rough and Raw North End Ken is always in the building. And the doctor, Dr. Detroit, is always in. To become a member of the Wall of Fame, click the Join Now button in the description or the Detroit Lions on the Prowl logo at the bottom of the screen. Hey, you know, we have so much joy bringing you this content right here. So, of course, always hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, be a part of Prowl Nation. The March to 10,000 is on and popping. Be a part of the movement. Hey, you know who we are. We are Detroit Lions on the Prowl, your home for Detroit Lions news and rumors. And as always, hey, go over and check out DetroitLionsOnTheProwl.com. Ferg 509, or Matthew Ferguson, as we call him, does great jobs over there writing some good, hard-hitting articles. He does a wonderful job covering the Lions over there on that website. And while you're over there, click the link for LionsOnTheProwlShop.com. I got my Prowl Nation on today, baby. My man Jim's wearing his Lions on the Prowl family shirt. Go over there. We got much more gear coming to you over there. That Hockamania shirt is hot. It's popping over there on LionsOnTheProwlShop.com. If you're going to get yourself some Lions gear, I just got some fresh stuff in the mail today. Go over to Fanatics.com and get it over there. Click the link in the description. A portion of the proceeds from that link go to help us grow the content on this channel. And while you're surfing the net, you know, once you click off Fanatics, go over and check us out on BellyUpSports.com. You can get the audio version of this show over there as well. And plus a bunch of podcasts that got great content, fantasy football, fantasy everything over there. They have over there on BellyUpSports.com. This is a bunch of talented people over there, writers, podcasters, whatever you content you want for your sports, go over and check it out at BellyUpSports.com. Hey, you know what it is. It's hump day, baby. It is hump day, baby. So what you got to do is you got to wipe them crumbs off your face, finish your drink, and get back to work. The week is almost over. It's only down here from here, baby. So, and you know what you got to do. Whatever you do in life, you got to boss up, ball out, and be the best version of you that you can be. For the fellas, LL and Jim, this is Curt Steele, and we will holla at you real soon.